YouTube channel near you.
Well, hello there, Roger Blair, Val. Liana just snuck in. Hello, Liana. Hey, Lorna, Henry. Well, we got Shin in. Hello, One. Nice to see you. You know, I think we need to talk. I think you need to be a part of this clan. Hey, Cheyenne. Welcome, Amy C. Yeah, I think we need to invite her. Why don't you send me a message at Grizzly Chris there on Facebook, and we need to talk. And maybe you need to join our family. So hello there, Jennifer. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Round of applause there. Let me give you my Facebook here. Yeah, she needs to see if she wants to join the, there we go. Grizzly Chris on Facebook. Yes. Send me a message there. So today, ladies and gentlemen, we are talking about Mercedes Vega, correct?
Yes.
So very disturbing case. Very disturbing. So now this one comes from what state?
Arizona.
Yeah, Arizona. So what do we know about this one?
So she was found April 17th, 2023, when someone called in a 911 call saying that they saw a car in a ditch and it was on fire. They could see flames inside, and when they showed up, they pulled the body out and discovered it was her. Night before, supposed to be going either out with friends, possibly to work. There's some speculation that she canceled plans. There's video of her walking into the parking garage of her apartment building. And that was it. That was the last time anyone or anything saw them. And the weird thing is the car she was in was not her car.
Oh, that is correct, isn't it?
Yep. They said it was a car that had a salvage title. And the lady, the last owner, said she had turned it in to this lot like a year before. So we're not sure. They're not sure who actually owned it, had it, or anything.
So a salvage title is not supposed to be driven until It's actually been physically rebuilt and inspected to get a rebuilt title issued. So that's very interesting.
Yep. So, and her vehicle was missing as well. So her vehicle was somewhere else. So it's just crazy. Do you want to, what happened to her? What probably happened to her? How she died was just, hey, Henry, horrible.
Now, you said there was a gunshot wound and I think bleach poured down her throat?
There was evidence of a gunshot wound to her shoulder. There was evidence of blunt force trauma, particularly to her head. They found, when they did the autopsy, they found bleach in her throat. And they said that she died of smoke inhalation. So she was not dead when they lit that car on fire.
Whoa. So usually when they pour bleach down a person's throat, it's usually destroy physical evidence of human DNA, if you catch my drift.
Yes.
So,
a
little twisted. That is terrible.
So, she was a dancer at a local club, but it was only a few nights a week. I don't remember what else she did, but she had communicated to people she had plans to stop dancing. So there's that little tidbit of where you might meet some unsavory folks, possibly. She's a pretty girl.
Yeah, I just had her picture up. Yeah, so
she's a pretty girl. She's beautiful. So, you can imagine maybe seeing her, and there's just a whole lot of speculation we could do about who was watching her and took her.
Yeah, she could have had a client that was infatuated by her. Because, unfortunately, the type of clientele that visit gentlemen clubs, we'll keep it professional and call it gentlemen clubs, right? Because that's what some of them are called.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, that's,
Yep.
Boyfriends or anything like that you know of? Or
I did not see anything. In fact, I pulled up her obituary that it looks like her family wrote, and it didn't talk about anything like that. It just said, "Thank you for showing up. Thank you for being a kind woman." It just doesn't. Okay, she had siblings, so she will be missed by her mom, her dad, siblings. She had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 grandparents, aunts, cousins, uncle, her. So there's no reference of a significant other anywhere. She was actually born in Anchorage, Alaska, which I thought was kind of cool. But you can see that kind of Alaskan Indian kind of look to her when we show her picture. You can kind of see that in her. So it's just kind of weird that all of a sudden they said Mercedes worked as a dancer in a club part-time. Her dad told the news authority shortly before she died, but she told him that she had plans to quit. They said in an email to the Maricopa County Sheriff's Public Information Officer, through news interviews, the department concluded that Mercedes had canceled personal plans shortly before her disappearance. The last known communication from her was on the night before she was found deceased, in which she stated she planned to go to her place of employment, which was about a mile from her residence. So she must have canceled plans with friends to go into work. That's what they concluded.
I wonder why she was quitting.
Yeah, that you kind of.
Because they make good money.
Yeah, they do.
Because I know some that was making $3,000 in a weekend plus.
Mm-hmm. I worked for tap stores not long ago, and well, actually, it wasn't long ago, but I had a few as clients that would come in there, and those girls had it straight. I mean, it was they I's dotted, T's crossed. It was. And they made some money.
Right, yes.
And they probably weren't reporting all of it.
No, absolutely not. And ladies and gentlemen, when you buy them drinks, they're not alcoholic drinks.
Yeah. Yes.
Not in the well-to-do gentleman clubs. Now, the lower class one, yeah, they're probably getting liquored up, but not in the good ones.
No, they're not. They're not.
Oh, a little Twisted knows about this area. She says that county is corrupted.
Really?
Interesting.
That is interesting. But do you want me to play the news?
Yeah, well, let's go ahead and start with that one. Then evidently I've got one that's got some new 911 tapes we'll play too.
Yeah.
So how do I know these things? Law enforcement. How do you think I had snitches? Yes. Absolutely. All right, in action.
Tonopah. She was abducted from her apartment complex in Tempe. Months later, no arrests have been made.
12 News journalist Bianca Bono sitting down with Mercedes' family, and we do want to warn you the details in this story are graphic.
She was probably 7 or 8. So we were in Hawaii, and she wanted to sing karaoke.
Reliving memories like this one is what's keeping Tom and Erica Pillsbury going.
She got up and started singing the national anthem, and the entire street just stopped.
They're talking about their daughter, Mercedes Vega. From a young age, she was confident and driven. Her personality, magnetic.
She loved horses so much, and they loved her.
She had something about her that babies were calm with her.
And animals.
Now they're experiencing a kind of pain that's impossible to grasp.
I don't understand why someone would take her life. It just doesn't make any sense.
At just 22 years old, Mercedes was murdered.
These people actually tortured my daughter.
On the night of April 16th, around 9:15, surveillance footage shows Mercedes walking to her car at her Tempe apartment complex. She was heading out to meet friends, and it's the last look at her before she was taken.
This is so hard for us to grasp because she did not think anything was going on. Because if she did, she would have been paying attention to her surroundings.
Her parents say just seconds later, Mercedes was attacked.
She was hit over the head, and there was tissue and blood in the parking garage.
What happened next is still unknown, but at 1 o'clock in the morning, a shocking discovery. As Mercedes' car was found abandoned, parked illegally not far from Mill Avenue, a burning car was spotted on the I-10 freeway just west of Tonopah, and Mercedes' body was found in the back seat. According to the medical examiner's report, she died of smoke inhalation.
This lets me sleep at night, is that she was like sleeping and she didn't feel anything.
But the report also revealing the type of evil Mercedes faced before she died. The 22-year-old had bleach in her throat. She was shot in the arm and had blunt force trauma to her head.
She was tortured, whether it's because she knew something. I do believe that she was targeted because of the nature of the crime.
Mercedes danced at a club 2 nights a week, but her parents say if there had been any safety concerns or people she was suspicious of, she would have said something.
We have to fight for her because she does matter.
It's not just her parents fighting for her. Dozens of friends and loved ones refusing to give up, spreading awareness about what happened online and in Tempe over these 7 months that have gone by since that horrific night. According to the Maricopa County Sheriff's Office, they're still actively investigating this homicide case, but no suspects have been publicly identified and no arrests have been made.
This is solvable. So solve it. It's been 7 months. If it's solvable, solve it. I'm tired of waiting.
1 month before she was killed, Mercedes visited her favorite place, Hawaii, one last time.
When she came back, she said, "Mom, I want my kids to cremate me and spread my ashes in Hawaii because that's where my soul belongs."
Her own parents now left with her final wish.
It shouldn't be us. It should be her kids. She wanted to be a mom.
Their unimaginable grief made heavier by a lack of answers, sharing their daughter's story in hopes that the people responsible for ending it will be brought to justice.
Do we believe someone in our hearts? Yes, we do believe someone will pay for this. But it's really hard to sit back. Someone could be listening to this and they could call in on that line and maybe help solve this case.
If you have any information about what happened to Mercedes Vega, her parents are begging you to come forward. You can contact MCSO or you can reach out to Silent Witness and remain completely anonymous. Just call 480-WITNESS. Bianca Bono, 12 News.
So, yeah, a lot of people do like about their surroundings. Yes, Susan, I do agree with you. Someone does know something. However, I saw some flashes. She knew something. She knew something. I think that's why she was leaving.
I agree. I saw some flashes too about who it might be.
So let's look at the other one about the new 911s. Let's see here in action here. Let me blow it up.
Now to new developments in the murder of Mercedes Vega, a woman found in a burning car last year off I-10 near Tonopah, and still no arrests. But new at 10, we're getting our hands on newly released 911 calls.
It comes as police search for answers. ABC 15's Ashley Holden is following up on this developing story.
The pain of losing your child is the worst pain you could ever experience, ever.
The parents of Mercedes Vega speaking with me Wednesday as they grapple with that pain this week in Hawaii to remember their daughter.
I'm hoping and praying that when we do spread our ashes in 2 days, that it will be peace knowing that she is where she wanted to be.
Over a year after Mercedes was killed,
We've had no closure and very little peace.
Erica and Tom Pillsbury still don't have many answers.
My child is dead. She was burned alive. She was beaten. She had bleach in her throat.
The Maricopa County Sheriff's Office says the 22-year-old was found in a burning car off of I-10 near Tonopah in April 2023, but that car was not her own.
Trying to report a car fire. He's off on the side of I-10.
Wednesday, MCSO for the first time releasing 911 calls from when the fire was spotted, along with an initial incident report.
But I saw like flames literally inside the vehicle.
A passing truck driver calling it in.
Anyone, you said there's people outside the vehicle?
I believe I saw at least one person outside, yes.
The report says multiple agencies ended up at the scene along with first responders.
And there appears to be a dead person in the vehicle.
Mercedes' parents telling me they were made aware MCSO would be releasing these 911 calls.
If you're going to release something, why don't you release the video of her walking to her garage or the vehicle that she was put in or her car being dropped off?
They say their daughter's car was found dumped near First and Former in Tempe, not far from where she was living at the time, and believe she was taken from her apartment complex parking garage, even showing us surveillance video that's now on flyers they've put up. The sheriff's office saying in April that Mercedes had abruptly canceled plans the night before she was found dead. Her parents hopeful someone will be held accountable.
Where's the investigation? Where's our closure? Where's our justice?
ABC 15 reaching out to MCSO Wednesday, asking if there are any updates or even persons of interest in the case. We are waiting to hear back. Ashley Holden, ABC 15, Arizona.
Thank you, Ashley. Hey.
Oh, now, didn't you say her workplace was about a mile from her home?
Yep.
So somebody knew where she lived in. So it had to be somebody that she knew because they were waiting for her outside of her apartment then.
Or followed her after work.
Yes, had to be. And if she was not paying attention, if she is always in her phone like she was when she was leaving.
Yep.
So.
Yep. And then you wonder how secure that parking garage was. Can anyone get in there? Where I lived, when I lived in Houston, our parking garage, I mean, there was a space where anyone could drive in. If you're looking to lease or dropping something off or employees were coming in, there was a section that anyone could get in. And really at that point, you're in all of it if you really wanted to be. Because you didn't have to take the elevator, you could take the stairs to different levels. So now you wonder how easily accessible that was, I wonder too how her relationships for people that she worked with, how they were, if anyone knows her or knows it. Because that's what started.
I wonder who owned the car that she was in too.
Yeah, they said that. Where did I see it? They said that. Where did I find it? They said something. It was a salvage title, but they talked to that lady. And she said she had turned it into a lot the year before. So salvage title. So that it must have been obviously in an accident or something. Did you find it interesting when the 911 call said there was one person by the car?
Yes, I caught that.
So who is that? Then you wonder who that was. Was it someone trying to help or was it someone making sure stuff was done?
Yeah, because, when you're messing with gasoline, that is, automatic ignition, right? Not like kerosene or diesel fuel.
Mm-hmm.
So did they witness the person setting it on fire? Because it had to be high traffic, right?
Yeah, interstate. It was an interstate. So yeah. And that's 1 o'clock in the morning. So Tempe's not a small area for sure. I'm trying to find where it was in Malibu that she was found in. Additional charges. Da 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 da.
But the parents seem pretty adamant that they're going to solve the case. So what is it that we don't know about?
Right. What are they? Yeah, there has to be something, but her dad keeps, they said, oh, if there was a problem, we would have known. That's not, I don't believe that. Someone would have known, maybe not them. But if someone was harassing her at work or something like that, if I'll just say, if it was me, if I was in her situation, if someone was harassing me at work, if I did that, I would go to my friends before I would ever tell a parent, because I wouldn't want them to worry about me. And that's just what I would do. So I don't know that the parents really did know everything. So numerous items of evidence.
Yeah, Lulu, the police haven't found any camera footage of the car she was found. They didn't say anything because usually expressways have cameras, right, to monitor the traffic flow. I don't know if there's cameras on that freeway. However, there are cameras in the parking garage because they've seen her leaving off the elevator. So,
well, and then you heard the mom too. Where's the rest? So there had to be more cameras. They are not releasing.
And of course, there's cameras at work.
Yeah. Yeah, there are. There will be.
And they're not going to, the friends are not going to be interviewed. They're not going to say anything.
No, they'd have to do this. So I don't know. Then how did that car get out to salvage?
And her car got dumped. So hopefully there's some kind of trace evidence of DNA or something.
So
yeah, Amy.
Yep. Yeah, someone did. It had to be premeditated. Or if it wasn't, did someone go buy a gas can and then go fill it up? Do you know what I mean? Like there would have been some footage at a gas station, possibly of that.
Yeah, so we don't know everything. So there's a lot that happened and transpired. So we know she was alive when she got shot, the bleach, and set on fire.
Yeah.
So.
And the blunt force trauma to her head. She was probably groggy at best, but who is Gene Hudson? My mom would call, how are things going? Fine, Mom. LOL. Yes, Amy. See, you agree with me. I'd be like, yeah, I'm good. And then the next call would be to my friend going, all right, you know what this person's doing? What do you think I should do?
Right.
Yeah, I wouldn't have told them for sure. Sorry, Mom, if you're watching.
But there's no mention of any substance abuse or any habits she had. Mm-mm. So no mention of any relationships. It's just strange.
Yep. It is totally, but like you said, it's Tempe, Arizona. Okay. That's not a small town.
No, not at all.
So I don't know. Anyone live out there? Am I wrong in being surprised? I mean, where's the cameras? Or do they not work like the ones here, which do not work? Some of them are just decoration. Makes me wonder if the police are hiding something. I mean, was someone in the department going to the club?
People frequent those clubs that you'll be surprised. I mean, look at the people that are getting caught trying to pick up underage children on TikTok.
Yeah.
Teachers, parents.
Yep.
Priests.
2023, Sonny. It was last April.
Yeah. So, Susan, usually friends will come forward, but when you're dealing with social clubs like that, a lot of people will not come forward and speak with the media or law enforcement. So you got a stigma with that. Too many people, covers will be blowing. that's in the community and so forth.
Yep.
Yeah, a little twist that money does talk.
Yep. Well, and then you look at if whoever they thought, or maybe the friend suspected or coworker suspected did this, if this was someone who either worked at the club or frequent the club, they're going to know who this people are. And it certainly wouldn't want to be on the retaliation end of talking, for sure. So it just seems like they had a really hard time putting together her text mess. You know what I mean? Like the text messages, and was she going with friends or going to work? Didn't that struck me as odd as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So what we'll do at this point, we will take the picture and forward it to the people with abilities.
Yep.
And we'll see what we'll do and come up with.
And if anybody that knows her that's watching that wants to give us some info.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll try it. So from coast to coast around the world, don't forget, we got a show coming up at 9 p.m. Eastern. So we'll catch you then, ladies and gentlemen. Good night. We'll see you shortly. Bye-bye.